Good afternoon. Hey, this is Dr. Bill Christenberry at Caldwell Mill Animal Clinic, and this is National Microchip Your Pet Month. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about the microchip that we put in our pets for identification. First of all, I'd like to say a lot of people think that when you put a microchip in your pet, it's a GPS that you can track them, and that is not true. It's strictly for identification. You inject it into underneath the skin, and then it stays there permanently. And then we have a scanner that almost every humane shelter and veterinary clinic keep on hand. So if they have a lost pet turned in, we can scan them with the scanner. So I was just going to show you how we do that. And the microchip is actually in this type of syringe. This is one type that we have called the Avid microchip, and you inject it with this syringe, and you see this is a pretty big old honking needle that you put it in, because the microchip is actually inside the hollow of the needle, and so we put it underneath the skin of the pet and inject it in there, and then it lodges in there and stays there. It's inert and rarely causes any kind of issues with the pet. And believe it or not, most pets handle this needle, as big as it is, pretty well. We give them a little cream cheese or something to distract them, and you put it up under the shoulder, under the skin, in between the shoulder blades, and it's over in just a couple of seconds. So it does pinch pretty good, but most of the time they don't even notice it. Some of them do, but a lot don't. So anyway, I'm going to actually spin this one so you can see, but the microchip is inside the hub of the needle, and we pop it in there, and then it pops out. You didn't see that, but I'm going to show it to you. This is actually the microchip right here, and that's the size of what the microchip is. About the size of a grain of rice, and it's a little electronics. You can actually, if you look at it close enough, you can see that there's little electronics in there, but it has a specific number that corresponds to your pet. And when we put that microchip in, they have a number and they have a barcode, and this is the one that corresponds to this one that I just shot out onto my hand. And then this goes into their record, and this goes home with you, the pet owner. But most importantly, it goes on this form, which you fill out, and it has all the information, all your pet's information, your contact information, and then it has a little place right here to place this tag with the barcode and the number to link up, match up with your pet. So what happens when or if your pet is lost and is turned into a shelter, turned into a veterinary clinic, then they are scanned, and that is done with a scanner. And I've got the microchip in my hand, and then here's the scanner, turning it on, and then I'm scanning, which is what you do with the pet, and then the number comes up on the scanner, identifying your pet's number. Then you take that number, you call the database for the Avid microchip, give them the number, and then they can put that into their database, and they can locate your pet's information, and then can contact you and reunite you with your pet. And that's how it works. So it's not like I said, it's not a GPS. You can't track them with it, but it is permanent identification. Even if they lose their collar, tag, they still have that in them, and it's just common practice when, or if they get lost, if they're turned in somewhere, that we scan them to check and make sure they don't have a microchip, and if they do, then it's pretty easy finding them and reuniting them with you, their owners. So it's important to do that. It costs about $50 to install the microchip, and then you pay $19.95 to the company, to the Avid company, for your registration, and that's for life. And once they're in there, they're registered for life. You don't have to pay any more, and they're there permanently. You can always change your information if you need to, if you move and whatnot, but they're in there. So anyway, it's a great safety tool for your pets to be able to bring them back home if they get lost. Hope they never do, but it's a great way to do that, and many, many, many pets have been reunited because of that, because of the microchip. So we recommend it, and if you'd like to ask any questions or find anything else out about the microchip, or anything you have any questions about your pets, give us a call at Caldwell Mill Animal Clinic. We would love to talk with you. Hey, thanks for your time. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.